Hey everybody, it's Kel and Matthew coming at you again. So me and my friend Jamarcus were just talking about how scientists discover new species like every day. And we were wondering, how do they keep all these species in line? Well, it's all about taxonomy. Let's talk about taxonomy. Taxonomy just means classifying and grouping organisms. You can use different characteristics to organize all living things. The way I see it, we already do taxonomy. Think about at home with all your drawers with your clothes in it. I mean, we don't have all of our clothes just in one big pile, right? Well, okay, Jamarcus does. But the rest of us have different drawers and compartments for different types of clothing, right? So anyway, we have a separate compartment for our shirts, our socks, our pants and shorts. And we do this with a lot of things in our lives. We do this with our backpacks, our fridge, and other groupings. Well, scientists do the same thing with living things. That's what taxonomy is all about. You take any organism, any plant or animal or fungus or bacterium, you see what type of general group it would belong in. Then you split up that group and narrow it down. You keep narrowing down more and more, getting more specific, until the only group that organism belongs in is its own unique species. Here, I'll explain. I'm thinking of an organism right now. I'll give you hints and see if you can guess what it is. So first you start off by putting it in the most general group. The broadest category is the kingdom level. This is such a general grouping that there's only 6 different kingdoms for all the living things we've ever known. You've got your plant kingdom, your animal kingdom, your fungi, your protists, and the 2 kingdoms for bacteria. That's it. Only 6 types of living things. There are only 6 different kingdoms because there are big differences with these organisms. I mean like big. For example, plants are the only big land-living things that do photosynthesis. And us animals, we're the only multicellular heterotrophs that have to eat other organisms to survive. So okay, think about all the different types of animals in our kingdom, Kingdom Animalia. There are seahorses and cheetahs and people and insects. So we can divide this category up even more. It's like going to your pants store and classifying your pants for the different occasions. The next division in taxonomy is phylum. Our mystery animal isn't a starfish or a beetle or any invertebrate. Our guy belongs to phylum Chordata. So far, we know our living thing is an animal with a backbone. Any guesses? Yeah, that's what I thought. Way too vague at this point. Since there are tons of different types of vertebrates, like fish and whales, and even us people, we can narrow the category down even further. The vertebrate I'm thinking of belongs to class Mammalia. Let's add a smaller circle and write class. The class grouping is an even more specific category than phylum. So we know our critter is a furry mammal. But we can divide class into different orders. I'll add an inner compartment called order. To be specific, our organism belongs to order Carnivora. Any guesses on what type of animals belong to order Carnivora? Yup, meat-eating carnivores like bears and tigers, and even little weasels. So we know our mystery animal isn't a cow or a squirrel. Ooh, the suspense is building. So here's the deal. We could still be talking about raccoons or bears or walruses. All of these animals belong in the carnivore group. So we need to get more specific. The level that's more specific than order is called family. So technically speaking, our mystery carnivore belongs in the Canidae family. Not a bear, not a seal, not a tiger, but we've narrowed it down to wolves, foxes, dogs. Then there's a level even more specific than family. It's called genus. The genus group is very specific. Hardly any species belong to this group. So we know that the mystery animal is a vertebrate that has hair, eats meat, and belongs with the other canids. But what genus? Well, our guy is in the genus called Canis. So we're getting real specific now. Not many types of doggish carnivores belong in this group. You'll notice that foxes aren't invited to this party. Also, check it out. Notice that Canis is written in italics. Anytime you write the genus name of an organism, you underline it. But when you're typing it on the computer, you italicize it. All that's left on this level are wolves, coyotes, and dogs. So which is it? What's our mystery animal? Oh, the suspense is overwhelming. We're gonna need to know the species name. The most specific level you can get is the species level. Let's draw one last tiny little circle. And the species name of our mystery carnivore mammal is, wait for it, Canis familiaris. That's right, the good old family dog. Oh, nice try, little guy. Don't forget, we gotta italicize or underline the species name too. So let's take a step back for a quick sec. All we're doing is organizing living things. We took an organism that we know and love and put it with similar organisms. So we know our dog is obviously an animal, but so are bugs. So we put it with other vertebrates, and then we grouped it with mammals, and so on and so on. All we do is get more specific until we've narrowed it down to its own specific species. And you can do this with any organism, giant kelp, or monkeys, or yeast, or apple trees, or whatever. All living things have similarities and differences with other living things, and this is what keeps them in order. That's it, my friends. That's taxonomy. Kinda helpful, huh? Well, I guess that does it for me this time. Until I catch you next time, it's Kel and Matthew saying, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. You see what I did there? Family. Alright, peace.